Hey guys, happy Thursday. We are tipping towards the end of the work week. Hallelujah. And I figured I'd come on and do a changing video of this precious little baby because I know that some of you have been missing seeing changing videos from her. I've gotten a couple of messages just saying they miss her, but look at that baby. I can understand you missing her, but I'm spending lots of time with her this week, which has been lovely, with both her and Parker. But I figured I would go ahead and change her out of this because she's been wearing this for quite some time. So that way I figured I'd do it on camera so you guys can see her. Although I love this on her. I love all white sleepers on babies. I just think that they're just so pure and so sweet in them, aren't you? Yes. I love her. I love her, you guys, so much. And while I'm changing her, I'm going to chat about a little topic because people message me all the time asking me this question. And I know it's kind of odd to, coming right off the heels of getting a new baby. But it's about how I've become content with the babies I've had, or with the baby I have. And now, of course, with Parker, I'm very happy with her as well. So I get this question a lot, like, how do I just not buy? How do I not buy new dolls? How do I, stick with the same doll for a period of time, a long period of time? Because I really have, my style of collecting has changed a lot in the last couple of years. I used to buy and sell a lot. And that's after many years of collecting, you guys. This is, I'm not new to this. If you've followed me for any length of time, you will know I've been collecting for, let's see, going on 20 years now. It's a long time. I'm dating myself. And it's taken a lot of learning. There's a huge learning curve with this hobby. There really is. You really have to cut yourself some slack. I know a lot of us get a little frustrated because we think we're going to love the next doll, and then, the next doll shows up and it's not what you expected, and there's just something about the doll that you just, don't care for, or who knows what it is. Finding the right bond with the right doll and knowing what you like and figuring out what you like takes a long time for most of us. It really does. And because artists are constantly coming out with new babies that look more and more realistic, it makes us want to ditch what we have, or maybe not get rid of them. But I usually was in the thought process that, oh, the next best one's come out, let's try to get that one, and then I would sell the current baby to get the next best baby. And a lot of times I found I was not that really any happier, if not really unhappy, with the next baby that came in, because something about it just wasn't for me. So the grass isn't always greener. That's kind of what you have to think about. And it depends on where you are in your collecting too. There's so many variables with this. I was always going for high end. So if you're newer to collecting, you're slowly working your way up, you're looking for the next best baby that you can afford, the next step up from what you might currently have. And that just takes time to get to where you, want to be. For me, that took several years to be able to afford the high-end dolls at that time frame. And what was high-end back when I thought it was, like when I was newer to it, was not considered what's high-end now. High-end was, spending $1,000 or $2,000. And then when silicones came out, my mind was blown at the pricing that, I allowed myself to spend to get a doll that I wanted. And so, it's all relative, and it grows as the hobby grows, and as artists get better with their work and they come out with more, new inventions, I suppose you could say. They're so creative and inventive when they come out with new babies every single time. Like, just when I think Claire, I'm like, Claire can't possibly outdo herself at this point. She will. I mean, she has time and time again done that. The new innovative ways that she incorporates different features into her babies is what keeps us all like coming back for more. So I never say never, but I have also learned that while in the back of my mind I know that I may want the next baby that comes out, I've mentally trained myself to try to really be in the moment and enjoy what I have when I have them. So rather than thinking about what I don't have or what somebody else might have that I don't have, I try to focus on the fact that I do have beautiful babies. At every stage of collecting, I've had beautiful babies, and I have enjoyed them. Each one that I've ever had, even if they weren't always the high-end dolls, I still always enjoyed the baby I had at the time. And I think that over time, I have learned how to just not be on, well, first of all, I don't go on eBay looking for dolls all the time. I rarely go on Facebook looking for dolls on the classifieds. I know myself, and I know I'm tempted if I go and I see them. So what I've done is I've just learned to stay away from those. I try to, enjoy and spend the time with the dolls I have in my collection at that said time. And I have found that that really is helpful. I think that focusing on being super grateful and knowing that I could have less. I'm very lucky to have what I have. I may not have the most expensive doll out there, which is fine. And I'm 100% fine with that, because it's not about the amount of money I spend on a doll to be happy. It really is not. Clearly, as you're looking at this baby who is not the highest, she's considered very high-end, yes, because she's a current Claire Taylor baby, and she is the most recent addition, but she doesn't have all the features. And people always ask, oh, don't you wish she had this, that, and the other thing? I don't. I'm actually quite content with what this baby has. She doesn't have to have all the features. It's not about the features for me that makes me fall in love with the baby. It's about loving the face, seeing something in the baby that just makes my heart melt. And she does. She's absolutely gorgeous. She's perfect just the way she is. She's not got every feature that, this edition came out with, and I don't care. She's perfect for me. I absolutely love her. I can't imagine not having her at this point in time. And, it is what it is. I've learned that I know what makes me happy, and I don't need all the bells and whistles. And people that are a little bit newer to collecting might feel like they really want those bells and whistles to be happy, and that's okay. Everybody's different, and we will like different things in our dolls and want different things in our dolls to be happy, and that's up to each collector to figure out on their own. But for me, I've learned over the years, I don't need all of that to be content. And that's not saying that the next doll that, I may want to buy may not be a doll with all those features, So right now, though, I really don't foresee having the want for another new baby, but I didn't with Parker either. That kind of just all worked out the way, I don't know, it just kind of happened very easily. And so therefore, when things happen easily, I know they're meant to be, and I've learned not to stress about. So if I don't get the doll that I think I want, I don't stress about it anymore. I used to get really upset and, oh, I really want this doll, and I see a lot of collectors that do that. They get very upset when they can't have a doll that they want. But eventually another doll does come your way. It's meant to be how it works out, is how I look at it. Something definitely comes down the road a little bit later on. You're like, aha, that's why I wasn't meant to get that doll. And that's happened to me several times, and I've seen it happen with my friends, and yeah. So that's my thoughts on that. I don't know if that's really helpful for anybody. I just know that people ask me all the time, because I am very content. I wasn't seeking out getting Parker. I really wasn't seeking out buying a new doll. It just kind of, she fell in my lap. She was available, and it just was an easy transition and transaction to get her. So it happens, but I didn't plan for her. So she was kind of slightly unexpected. I don't know how you would say that. And when Monroe came home, that was very quick and unexpected. I wasn't expecting to have her come home. It just, things happen the way they happen. And if you learn to kind of go with the flow, I think that you'll be happier collecting and just kind of taking it as it comes and just enjoying the experience, because that's kind of how I've become over many years of doing this. I just let things happen, if I'm meant to get a doll, I'll get the doll. If I'm not, then another doll will come my way. That's really how I have to look at it, and therefore I don't get upset if one doesn't come home to me. Eventually, if I really want a doll bad enough, it'll come available later on anyways. It always has. And I think maybe that comes with time of being in the hobby for a long period of time, to realize that they always pop up on the secondary market unless there's only one of them made in the whole wide world, which is unheard of anymore, really. There's always at least a few in an edition. But yeah, I just try to be in the moment. I enjoy the process. I try to enjoy everything that I have while I have it. And right now I'm enjoying this sweet girl. She's wearing this little sleeper from Mother Care. The sleeper came home with Parker, actually, from Annie's nursery. So it's really cute. It's got little critters all over it, and I love babies in white. So I took a white one off and I put a white one back on her. But it's a different one and it's clean, so that's all we need to know, right, baby girl? And we had quite the snowstorm last night. We got several inches, so I was out digging out my car this morning, which is always loads of fun. But it is what it is. That's winter for you. And this is, you know, it's going to hold on as long as it can before warm weather actually shows up eventually. But yeah, so there. I hope that that's a decent explanation about how to enjoy what we have and how I enjoy what I have without stressing. Maybe it's helpful to somebody, who knows? But there's Miss Monroe. So cute, you guys. I love her. All right, I got to get back to work. I'm working from home, but I have work to do, so I will chat with you guys very, very soon. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys, and thanks for watching. Bye-bye.